Hello Aluxers, and welcome back to a very special Sunday motivational video. 2020 has been one hell of a year. We're all feeling kinda weird, so we made this video filled with things you'd want to hear, or maybe it's just what we wanted to hear. This is a collection of positive advice that we hope will alleviate some of the noise, clear some of the clouds and sadness we're all experiencing right now. We needed this, and there's a wise saying that goes like this: when you hear good advice, you should always do two things: take it in and pass it on. We're here to do our part, and who knows, hopefully it helps some of you too. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Here are 15 positive pieces of advice you need to hear and maybe feel better about tomorrow. Number 1. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Many of you are thinking that maybe your life would have been different if you'd been living in another place, maybe another country, and yes, it would have been different, but that's exactly why we believe every single one of you is exactly where they're supposed to be at this point in time. Your reality is making you realize that maybe you want to move, maybe you need to change, or in some cases, just how blessed you are to be where you are right now. Not to go full alchemist on you, but some people spend their entire lives searching for something that was in their backyard all along. Number 2. There are some floors where you can't take the elevator to. We know it's hard. Life, relationships, what to do next, who you want to become, it's all hard. But not changing, not growing, and living with the regret that you could have been more is even harder. Some say that suffering is just a part of our journey to become wise. We don't know how you got yourself to where you are, what happened in your life so far, but we know for a fact there's a higher level of existence at your doorstep. There's no elevator from this point on. Taking the stairs is your only option if you want to go up. The positive is, you have a choice. You can climb now, you can climb later. Some of you might not be ready to do it, while others have been training to jog up those stairs for years. The bad news is, time flies. The good news is, you're the pilot. Where do you want your time to take you? Number 3. Only people scared of living push others to live like them. You're going through this life trying to make those around you happy, and in the process, you end up hurting yourself. The more you try to make everyone happy, the more miserable you become. This is a trade-off people make every single day, and you're probably one of them. But this will change the moment you realize you're living for yourself now, and you probably don't even know it. You began your journey, and you've made more progress than you think. Actually, you're halfway to goals you haven't even dreamed of yet. The person you are and are becoming will use your reality as a building block for every future goal you set for yourself. This, you right now, this is part of the process. Number 4. It's okay not to feel like an adult. We're all children. Others will try to make it seem like everything is supposed to be done a certain way, to abide by the rules we've made up in our minds. Everybody is trying to fool everybody else. In reality, we're all children who are constantly growing up. It's okay to remain a child until the day you die. The goal is to become a child with experience. Get good at having fun, at laughing with friends, hugging the people you love. Yes, money is amazing, but nowhere does it say that you have to sacrifice your creativity and, by correlation, who you are deep down in order just to make money. If you do that, you're losing either way, no matter how big the reward. Number 5. It's okay not to have a good day. Remember, there are 365 days in a year. Some days are not your winning days, and that's okay. For some reason, we've built this culture of going after it 24/7. Our gurus, leaders, and influencers portray this lifestyle of always on. Sleep 4 hours, build a new business every day, never rest, sleep is for quitters. And anyone who ever came out alive of this process will tell you it is not sustainable. Hell, we'll tell you ourselves. Our approach has changed as our experience increased and learned to play the game better. It's a lot more rhythmic, like the ocean waves or the way a tiger or lion hunts in the wild. You focus all of your effort into one hunt that feeds you and your family, and then you rest until the next hunt presents itself. Of course, there are things you can do to help the hunt every single day, such as training, but rest is also part of the equation, and this is not something that gets a lot of sunlight in the general discussion. Although being an integral part, it's okay to take the day off and do something creative. Don't fry up your brain or ruin your body. Be responsible, but remember, it's okay to take a day off. Number 6. Life balances out. After pain, there's always pleasure. We're all in a constant state of change. Everything is changing, and change is scary. We're frightened because we're not sure if who we are is enough for what's to come. If you're unsure how you'll be able to process what's happening in life right now, trust us, the pain you're feeling is temporary. We're all temporary. They say that sometimes to get to heaven, you gotta go through hell. And although that sounds gruesome, we're all going through different types of hell. In order to do that, one needs hope. Hope that things will get better. Hope provides fuel when there's no other resource to draw from, but it's not a strategy. Purpose is the force that drives a meaningful life. There's even an acronym here. Hope equals hold on, pain ends. Even Albert Einstein said, life is like riding a bicycle. In order to keep your balance, you gotta keep moving. And for everyone who's going through a really rough patch, just keep pedaling. Do not stop or you'll remain where you find yourself right now. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but know that someday soon it'll all be okay. Number 7. They'll say you changed like you worked that hard to stay the same. You know we stole that from Jay-Z. People will be mad because the old you isn't here anymore. The truth is, the old you wasn't good enough for what's waiting for you ahead. You had to become this new person in order to be able to access these new levels. You have no obligation to anyone to stop your growth because it makes them uncomfortable. If they ask for help and you're willing to provide it, good, give it to them. Otherwise, do not let them hold you back. Life's under no obligation to give us what we expect. Life will take you places you don't even know about. For every closed door you get, it'll open more toward blessings you were not aware of in the first place. Number 8. If it's raining on your street, lend your umbrella to someone visiting you. Sometimes we forget about everyone else. We're all like that now and then. You have people that care about you, that are there for you. Make sure you're gentle with them. For these are people that will bring sunshine throughout a ski filled with clouds. These are the people that will pick you up when you're down. And if you don't have someone like that, become that person for yourself. Keep your face toward the sun and you cannot see your shadow. If that doesn't work, think of us as that someone. We will always be here for you, a shoulder to cry on, and that heavy dose of tough love that pushes you further. That is what Alux is for, and that's what this community is all about. And if this sentiment feels true to you, click the button under this video so others can see how many of us there are. Number 9. Entire forest fires start with just one spark. You have no idea how the smallest event can dramatically change your life. How many love stories began through sheer luck or through the randomness of life. Some call it serendipity, others call it chance. Happiness often sneaks in through a door you didn't know you left open. We're here to ask you to put it to the test. Do something different today. Set a spark in motion. Throw a seed out into the wind and see what it can blossom into. Number 10. Someday you'll look back at today and realize this is the moment everything changed for you. Now, it might not seem like that for you, but it could be just that. After this video ends, why don't you spend some time thinking about your life, about everything that's happened so far? Play it back like a movie you'd have on DVR. Go through it and find the things that make you happy. Find the things that seemed like hell back then, but you've managed to grow because of them. The past is the past. It's not coming back. And the future, well, the future is way too far ahead. What you have is now. As of this very moment, you're experiencing the present. You're alive and can smile if you want to. Try it. Smile and see what happens. We know some of you giggled when you did that, but you smiled away anyway. You have that power, for you are you. In the same way you can tell your brain to put a smile on your face, you can do many other things. This is the moment in your timeline when you realize the way you react to reality is 100% under your control, even if it's a shitty reality, even more so then. Put this superpower to good use. Number 11. You can't swing to the next branch if you don't let go of the previous one. If you're swinging from one vine to another through the jungle of life, how do you expect your journey to progress if you're still holding on to the past one? We're gonna pull a Frozen here and tell you to let it go, for great things are a ways ahead. Our plans never turn out as tasty as reality, for reality is beyond what you think you can achieve. Your problem is you're too busy holding on to your unworthiness. You think you don't deserve more because some anchor you've cast for yourself in the past. But what if you didn't have to let it hold you back anymore? What if you really went after it? What if you succeed? What if you do get the part? What if you do start the business? What if you ask your crush out and they say yes? Wouldn't you rather find out those answers? You're worthy, so go after them. Number 12. When you look in the mirror, try to see who you can become, not who you are. Here's something we want you to really take seriously. Never limit yourself because of others' limited imagination, as well as never limit others because of your own limited imagination. Very important to understand are both sides of this. Tomorrow morning, after you're done brushing your teeth, we want you to take a good look at yourself and then upgrade what you see. Try to picture the best version of yourself. How's this person different from the previous reflection? What makes this person happy? What makes them who they are? Spend some time with them, study them, analyze them, draw value from them until the effect wears off, and then go out into the world with your newfound knowledge and apply it. It won't take long until that is who you see in the mirror. Number 13. Go for growth over consistency. You can do the same boring thing over and over again, getting the same results. Or you could try something challenging, something that makes you feel uncomfortable or maybe even a bit scared. In this case, fear is good. Fear is showing you the way. There's a certain thrill you get when you're close to the edge of your comfort zone, where it's cozy and familiar. But what if you took one step outside and see what that feels like? Try to grow, to be more than you are in any way you can, for growth will lead you to happiness. Number 14. Ships are safe in a harbor, but that's not what ships are made for. Once you're comfortable with the first step outside of your comfort zone, it's time for you to be what you were always meant to be, to do what you were always meant to do. Think just how vast the world is around you and how little of it you've explored. Sure, you've heard about all the different things outside of your current bubble, but you have yet to experience them for yourself. We want you to think about this, to get yourself ready to put your ship out into the open ocean and see where you can end up. The pandemic will come to an end eventually, and we sure as hell know we're ready to set sail. Number 15. Just love everything. If there's one piece of advice that dramatically changed the way we relate to everyone and everything, it's this one. Just love everything. We know it sounds like some hippy-dippy mumbo-jumbo, but these hippies were onto something really valuable. Pay close attention, for to love is very different than to own. It helped us forgive and move on. It made everyone around us care for us more because people mirror what we project onto them. If you want to feel loved, just love everything. Now, we really hope we didn't lose some of you along the way, because there are some things throughout this video that will resonate with you only when the time is right for you to really be able to hear them. So today, we're going to ask you a very simple question. How are you holding up? We'd love to get some genuine replies in the comments, since we're feeling kinda moody as well, and some community love is more than welcome. Now, for those of you still with us, we've got a really unusual bonus. Number 16. You are God, and God is all around you. Yeah, we know how this sounds from a brand that's been taking quite a position toward traditional religion in the past, but hear us out. You are a creator. You create your future. You create the environment in which you live. You are king and queen of your make-believe castle. Everything we're experiencing is a blessing, and we have the power to bless ourselves and those around us through the powers we already have. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're grateful for what you have in life, you'll always have more that. We're not omnipotent beings, but it's our choice if we wish to alter our reality for the better or worse. You know what they say, God doesn't make accidents. Why would we all be here right now pondering how to bring more good into the world? How can we be gods in our own right and create more of what we want? Well, we don't know, but this is something we've been trying to comprehend and apply more of into our own lives, and we decided to throw it out there for those of you who might be more in tune with what we're trying to communicate. Hopefully it makes sense to at least some of you, and more good comes out of it. We're so thankful for everything, and especially to you for taking the time to get to this point in the video. If by some chance any of you are still left, please write the word good in the comments, and hopefully some good will happen in your life. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question on our website, Alux.com. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.